When people try to tell you that, hey man, we're all in this together, right? We're all in this together. We need to do this, and this. But in reality, what they're saying is you need to do this, and this. And if you do that, it'll benefit all of us. Oh, really? So I have to do all these 20 things? I have to do like 20 things? What are you going to do? Well, what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, okay, so I do 20 things and you do one thing. Oh, the one thing I have to do is hard. Oh, really? I don't know. That seems like a bullshit deal to me. Seems like a bullshit deal. It's like one of those deals you see at the store, like, oh, this is $1.50 for like a, let's say, like a fruit, like a pear. $1.50 for a pear. But if you buy two pears, it's $2.50. And they'll try to tell you that's a deal. No, the fuck it's not. No, the fuck it's not. Because first of all, I just want one pear. I don't want two. I don't like pears that much. I don't. I might buy a pear once a week, once a month. I don't like them that much. But you're trying to sell me that if I get two, I'll get it for $2.50, even though the original price is $1.50. So what you're telling me is these pears are really $1.25. You're trying to fuck. You're trying to fuck me. These pears are actually $1.25, and you're telling me that that's some type of deal. Like you're overcharging me. If I buy one pear now, it's $1.50. And then I buy another pair like 2 weeks from now, it's another $1.50. So I spent $3 on a product that I've lost 50 cents. I've lost 50 cents in this economy. That's a lot. That's a lot. But going back to my original point, it's like it's goofy stuff like that. Like they're trying to sell you, like they're salesmen. They're trying to sell you their bullshit product. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. People try to politics try to sell you their bullshit all the time. Politicians, they try to tell you there's still hope. We can turn this around. Buddy, what are we turning around exactly? What are we doing? If we do all the things you say to do, then what does that lead to? Do you know really? Or are you just guessing? Because I don't feel like anything's gotten better, even though people say it's gotten better. Like the economy was supposedly booming at a point, and I'm like, okay, well, these prices in these stores keep on going up. Nobody's wages are going up, so what's going on? Like that doesn't seem like a booming process. And going back to like these people that want you to do all this shit, right, from the goodness of your heart, and they do very little. That's just how I feel about these politicians. They want you to do a bunch of shit for them, and in return, they might do one thing. Like, vote for me, get all your buddies to vote for me, and I might do one thing for you. And that's bullshit. Have any of y'all played Legend of Zelda? Because I think this is a good point. I played the fuck out of Ocarina of Time as a kid. I played the fuck out of Ocarina of Time. But what always annoyed me about that game is how little Zelda actually does in the game. She does next to fucking nothing. Like, you meet Zelda, and she explains what's going on and what you need to do. Because Link doesn't know anything. He's just he's literally a country bumpkin that all he knows is the forest. That's all he knows. He don't know nothing else. And she's explaining it to him. So that's useful. But then she says, oh, yeah, you have to go to Death Mountain. Yes, a place called Death Mountain. And you also have to go to Zora's Domain, which isn't just a place anybody can go. Like, you literally need to know a secret code to get into Zora's Domain. And even then, like, you're basically on a wild goose chase when you get there. But backing up, like, you're going through all these dangerous situations, jumping through hoops that are on fire to get these two other stones, and meanwhile Zelda isn't doing nothing. She claims that, oh, I'm keeping an eye on Ganondorf. That's what I'm doing. Oh, okay, cool. What happened to that? Because as soon as you get those stones, she bails. She is gone. She is gone. Her and Impa dip. And there's Ganondorf. Like, I thought you were keeping an eye on Ganondorf. What the fuck happened to that? You bailed. I held up my end of the bargain. I did what I was supposed to do. And Ganondorf gets what he wants anyways. And then in the second part of the game, now you have to go and meet these sages, unlock the sage power, and it's the same thing with the sages. The sages literally do one thing, while Link has to do 50 things, and that's how the game goes. And once again, Zelda's not doing much. She gives you a song so you can fast travel, which that's sort of useful, but not really, because if you would have given me this song to fast travel earlier, I wouldn't have to go through all the bullshit to get to the damn dungeon in the first place. So you giving it to me after the fact is pretty useless. And then she ends up getting captured anyways. You have to go save her. So all her contributions are pretty much a moot point because of that. And then, the sages, they do their one thing to seal Ganondorf, right? But then you learn later in later games like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, yeah, that didn't do dick. Yeah, that didn't do dick. Because the nigga either escapes or he's like sent to another dimension by a different group of sages, depending on which game you play. And it's like, wow, Link did all this bullshit and had to do like 50 things. You guys had to do one thing, and that one thing didn't even matter in the end. And that's what it means when people tell you that, hey, if you want to be a good person, you have to do all of these things. But then you look to them, okay, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going to do this one thing. I'm in charge. You see, I'm the manager. I just make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. That's all I'm doing. Oh, okay, cool. So I have to do 50 things while you do one thing. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Perfectly fair and balanced. Perfectly fair and balanced. We're allies, but it seems like I'm doing a lot more than you. It kind of defeats the point of being allies then. Which, I don't think people understand what an ally means. An ally would imply that you have mutual respect for each other. Even if you don't like each other, you have mutual respect. You have a common goal, and there's an understanding that if you fail, you fail together. If you succeed, you succeed together. Now, I think a lot of people understand if you fail, then you fail together, and you succeed together. I think people understand that, hey, we have a common goal, even if it's not exactly the same goal, it's close enough. But the respect thing, that does not exist. The respect is not there. A lot of these people that want you to be their ally want you to be their little dog, their peon, their henchman. That's what I'm looking for. The word henchman. They want you to be their henchman, where you just do whatever they say. You don't disagree with anything they say. You don't talk back to them at all. It's very authoritarian, and that's just nonsense. I've never bought into that shit. It always sounded like bullshit to me. And I think playing a game like The Legend of Zelda actually helped me with that. It actually did.